Hey friend, it is Kate here. Thank you so much for jumping on my channel and joining me for a class today. Now I have got a really slow and controlled Pilates Yoga Fusion class for us. It's a good one for those of us that maybe don't like downward dog so much, because I really don't do it much in this class at all, just once as a transition. But we will get a lovely bit of stretching in, really pay attention to the alignment in our body and what muscles are working, and we'll end with some lovely tummy work. So roll out your mat when you're ready. Let's get started. We're going to start in a child's pose today, so knees can be together or apart, whatever feels better in your body. But crawl your hands far away. Let your head fall to the mat and just arrive. Notice, what do you want to start off with? Is it more about setting an intention for the day, bringing something specific to mind? Is it connecting with your breath, breathing a little deeper? Maybe it's noticing that you actually need to move. Something feels a little bit off. It's not a right or wrong. It's just a mindful moment right here. Maybe reach your fingers a little bit further away, lightly pressing down into the palms. Think about pressing your hips, your sitting bones closer to your heels, and start to stretch from the tip of your tail to your body, at the top of your head. Take a big inhale through the nose. Easy sigh out the mouth. Again, great big inhale. Let it go. One more time. Lightly press down into both of your palms, soften the shoulders down the back. Inhale, rise to hands and knees. Exhale, return to your child's pose. Inhale, rise to hands and knees. Exhale, find your child's pose. Once or twice more, just waking up the body. And then this next time, rise to hands and knees and find a true tabletop. Broaden across the chest and begin to cat and cow. Going as fast or slow, as deep or shallow, as whatever feels good for you. Pause, center. Find a lovely, long, straight spine. Think of two little imaginary strings pulling your shoulders apart. Another two strings attached to your head and tail, pulling those two areas apart. Pull the navel in, broaden across the chest. And then from here, extend your right foot behind you, touching the toes to the ground. Maybe press the heel back so you get a little stretch to the back of your calf. Rock your weight to center, draw the navel in, squeeze your thud, lift your foot and point the toe. Again, it's like something or someone is pulling your head and toe away from each other. Take a great big inhale. As you exhale, without moving the spine, simply pull your inner thighs together and then reach your foot away, squeezing your thud as you do. Inhale, pull it together. Exhale, squeeze the place where your thigh and your glute connect as you reach away. 3 more, pull it in, send it out. 2 more, pull it in, send it out. Last one, pull it in, reach it out, pause, squeeze the thigh, broaden across the chest. And now this time, don't just pull the thigh towards your opposite, but pull your knee to nose, rounding in, and then reaching nice and far away. Exhale, tone the tummy, round in, reach it nice and far away. 3 more, bring it in, send it out. 2 more, pull it in, send it out. Last one, reach it out, pause, take a big breath, broaden across the chest. Find the length in your low back, no Beyonce booties, no sticking that tush out. Take a full breath. Set the knee down. With knees together or apart, press back into your child's pose once more. Maybe tent the fingertips, lifting your wrists so you get a little stretch to the back of the wrist. And then rise to hands and knees once more. And extend your left foot behind you. Press the heel back, find that stretch to the back of the calf. Rock the weight forward, broaden, belly button up and in. Take a big inhale. Squeeze your thigh, lift your leg, point your toe. And then holding here. At first, it's just about the length we create from the tip of our head through our body out our toe. But as you feel ready, pull the thighs together. Reach it out and away. Exhale, pull the thighs together. Reach it out and away. 2 more in and out. Last one in and out. Pause. Squeeze the thigh, broaden across the chest. Exhale, pull knee to nose around. Reach it out and away. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, send it out and away. 3 more. And 2. Last one. Reach it out, hold. Take a great big breath. Find the length in your body. And then drop the knee down, sink back into your child's pose again, lightly tenting the fingertips. It's like I'm trying to reach my wrist up, so I get a little stretch to the back of the wrist there. I know a lot of times just being in tabletop can be a lot for us, for those little wrists, those little joints. Now go ahead, slide onto your tummy however you want to get there. Take your hands in front of you. I'm going to keep myself lifted so I can keep talking to you. You can drop your head to your hands if you want to, but soften the shoulders down the back. Actively reach your feet nice and far away. Press down into the tops of the feet. I'm turning on my legs already so much that it's like my knees are almost lifting away from the mat. I'm also pressing my pubic bone into the ground, drawing the ribs together, even though I'm still broadening across the chest. From here, all I want us to do is take a big inhale, squeeze the place where your thigh and your glute connect so much you lift your right leg up and pause. Now, while you lifted that leg up, did it feel like the weight shifted in your hips at all? Can you press deeper into your pubic bone? Can you pull a little bit higher that belly button up and into your chest? Take a big inhale, actively set that foot down and immediately lift up the other leg. Now my right leg is stabilizing, my pubic bone is pressing down, and my hips are as even as possible. Of course, my left leg is lifting because it is lifting itself up, but the right side is the anchor point. I am keeping my right side just as active. Drop the left. Now we're going to go a little bit faster side to side, but only so big and so fast that our hips don't move side to side. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Tone the tummy, lift. Inhale, lower. Little up, little down, little up, little down. For 3, 2 more sets. Keep pressing down through the front of your arms as well, softening those shoulders down the back. Now last one, lift, lower down, pause. Press into your pubic bone, lift the low belly up and in, take a big inhale. And lower the head and chest down. Now my mic is kind of in the way. I can't totally lower down, so just pretend like I am. But bend your knees and take a little windshield wiper side to side. And then from here, once more, press the feet down. They're just as active as they were before, almost like we were lifting them. But I want your hands by your sides, your elbows pointing almost towards one another, and then shooting straight back towards our heels. Does it feel like you're dumping into your low back at all? Can you press deeper into your pubic bone? Can you squeeze your thud? Turn on your legs so much your knees lightly lift. Inhale, little baby cobra. Exhale, roll it down. Inhale, little baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Last one. Bring it down, pause. Now I'm going to go through a downward facing dog, but if that's not in the practice for us today, that's okay. We're really just going to make our way into our forward fold. If it feels nice to hang out in your dog for a moment, pointing your hips up, hugging your arms towards your ears, you go for it. But eventually, we'll all walk our hands and feet together, finding a forward fold with a soft bend in our knees and our feet about hip distance apart. Clasp your hands together, bring them behind your head, and simply let your head relax down. If this feels too much, do not feel like you have to clasp the back of your head. Now, I am not yanking on my head. I'm just using my head as a weight here. Maybe take a little sway of your body side to side. And then eventually release your hands. Bend the knees deeper, pull the navel in, soften the shoulders down the back, roll yourself all the way up to standing. Stand tall and straight. Maybe bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your stomach. Just checking in, seeing how we feel from the beginning of class. And then walk your feet together. Zip up your inner thighs like you're holding a piece of paper between your inner thighs. Sit back in your chair pose. Now, did you just let your knees totally jet over your toes? I want you to back them up so you can see the tips of your little toes there. Sit a little deeper, low belly up and in. Take a great big breath here. Big sigh out. Another big inhale. Exhale, dive forward into your forward fold. Knees can be bent. Can you keep the feet together though? Take your hands to your shins or to your thighs with knees bent or straight, yogi's choice. Press your head and chest away. Find a great big long stretch. Now I'm thinking about my sitting bones lightly pointing back behind me, my belly button pulling up and in. Big deep inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, roll yourself all the way up to standing. Again, seal the inner thighs, sit back, find your great big chair pose. Now I am still drawing the ribs towards one another and really lengthening through my low back. It's very easy to arch here. That usually means we're not turning on our abdominal muscles quite enough. So really feel those tummy muscles working hard to keep you in a lovely long line. Big deep full inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to shins, inhale, half lift. Drop it down. Bend the knees, roll yourself up. One more time, sit back in your chair, hold. Now think about hugging your inner arms towards your ears, reaching a little bit longer from the tip of your tail through your body, out your head and out your fingertips. Now from here, all I want us to do is take our hands to our heart center. Press the palms together, open the elbows wide, without letting your knees move or wiggle at all. Can we take the teeniest, tiniest twist to the right? This should be more about our obliques, helping us to twist over to the right. Look down at the knees. Did they jet to the right with you, or did you keep them pointing forward in line with your toes? I hope so. Pull it back center. Same thing, other side. Pull it back center. Again, right. Return center. Again, left. Return center. One more time, right. Pull it back. One more time, left. Pull it back. Reach the hands long, maybe sit a little deeper, and then forward fold. Again, head can be heavy. You can softly bend the knees or keep them straight. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, let it go. Do bend the knees and roll yourself all the way up to standing. Now, walk your feet so they're about hip distance apart. Put a little bend in your knees. And I want you to step your left foot nice and far back. Only so far back that we can feel that we can stay upright and lifted and nice and strong. Also that we're not arching our back. Again, belly button in, low back low. If you need a bend in your back knee, that's okay. If we can straighten it fully, that's great too. I think about someone holding my waist, kind of pulling me up and away. Squeeze your that thigh butt connection point on the left side so we can release and open up through the front of your your left hip. Keep pressing your knee lightly forward. Reach your fingertips up to the sky. Stretch long from your hips, through your side body, out the fingertips. Give the fingertips a little wiggle. And then again, clasp the hands behind the head, open the elbows wide. Now we can hold right here. This might be enough. Or 3 times. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, pull it back. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, pull it back. Last one, twist to the right, pause, belly button in, press your elbow nice and far away. If we want to, we can unravel our hands from here and take a deeper twist. If that's too much for us today, that's okay, no big deal. Reach both hands up nice and high no matter where you are. Lightly press down into your front foot. You're gonna bend your back knee and hop both feet back towards one another. Shake anything out you need to. Little bend in your knees and step the right foot or the opposite foot back, whichever one we haven't done yet. Now again, we can have a bend in the back knee or it can be straight, whatever feels better for you. Belly button in. Now this time I'm really thinking about my right leg. I'm squeezing that right thigh so I can open up across the right hip, and I'm pointing my left knee forward. Lifting out of the waist. Take a big inhale, reach your fingertips up nice and high and stretch from your hips through your side body out your fingertips. Hands behind the head. I almost press my head into my hands into my head so I can lift out of my neck a little bit and find a little more space through my cervical vertebra, the very top of my head. And then again, exhale, a little twist to the left. Inhale, return. Exhale, a little twist to the left. Inhale, return. Last one, little twist. Pause. Do you want to stay here? Do you want to think about pressing your left elbow further away? Or do we want to expand our lovely little wings away from each other? Shoulders down the back, chest nice and open, but still shoulder blades pulling in towards one another. Unravel. Reach your fingertips up to the sky. Take a big breath. Hands to our hips, little bend. Step both feet together. Reach your hands all the way up to the sky and lifting your heart and gaze. Now, it's not about yanking the head back. I imagine a string right at my sternum, pulling my sternum up to the sky. So I lengthen through the back and I find just a little bit of extension across the front of my chest. Stomp into your feet, reach your fingertips higher, take a big, deep, full inhale. As you exhale, bend your knees, drop your chin to chest, round forward into a great big forward fold. Notice, does it feel a little bit easier to kind of drape over your body? Do you have more range of motion? Maybe give the hips a little sway, maybe nod the head. Hands to shins, knees can be bent or straight. Push your head and chest away. Drop it down. Now you might notice I had my legs straight earlier. Again, inhale, press away, find your half lift. When we did a half lift, and now I have them bent. And that's just because that's what's feeling good in my body today. You don't have to do everything exactly the same each and every time you come to a pose. It's really about you and your body. Now, bend the knees, roll yourself all the way up. And then this time, again, a little bend in the knees. We're gonna step our left foot back, but we're gonna come into our warrior two. Now, I have a very nice little line down the center of my mat today, so this makes it easy to explain. But remember, your front heel and the back arch should be in line with one another. Instead of having them kind of hip distance, they're even with one another, which you can see on this lovely little line in the middle of my mat. Hands reach nice and far away. Deeply bend the knee. You might need to crawl your toe a little further away, just depending on your hips today. Some days I've got more or less range of motion. Press down into an imaginary table underneath both of your palms so you can lift up higher. Draw the low belly up and in. And then from here, all I want you to do is straighten your front leg, pulling your inner thighs towards one another, and rebend. Straighten and rebend. Last one, straighten, pause. Lift out of the waist a little bit higher. We're gonna tip into our triangle if we're in the mood. Now you might catch your shin. You might be up a little higher. If you need a bend in your knee, that's okay too. Do what works for you. For me though, I like to reach my fingertips up to the sky like I'm reaching for the ceiling, and then possibly drop my hand to the outside edge of my foot. I'm still kissing my shoulder blades in. I'm pulling my inner thighs towards one another. I'm reaching my hand up. If we need it on our hip though instead, that's perfectly fine. Take a big, deep, filling inhale. As you exhale, look down, bend your front knee, pull yourself back to your warrior two. Take a full inhale here, and then go ahead and hop both feet together. Wiggle anything out you want to. Bend both knees, and step your right foot or the opposite foot back behind you. Now again, front heel and back arch are in line with one another. I'm pulling my navel in. I'm broadening across my chest. My hips are lightly angled forward. My chest is opening up to the sky. So I do get a little bit of a stretch in my inner hips, but I also get a lovely little twist through my torso. Hands press down. Neck is soft and relaxed. Inner thighs pull together as you straighten your leg, rebend. Squeeze with that tone the tummy as you straighten, rebend. Last one, rebend, pause. Belly button in, take a big pause. Now straighten, hold, and then we'll tip into our triangle, either catching our shin or bringing our hand down, or, doing whatever you need to. Ideally though here, our hips, shoulders, or head are in the exact same line as your foot, as both feet. And I'm reaching my hand up to the sky. I'm rolling that shoulder back and sliding it up so I get the biggest, deepest stretch across my chest I can create. And I'm almost pushing my back hip away from one another as I still pull my inner thighs towards each other. Take a big, deep, filling inhale. Great big breath out. When you're ready, look down. Bend your front knee, pull yourself back up to your little warrior two. And then hop both feet together, gracefully or awkwardly, that's okay. Inhale, both hands lift high. Exhale, flip the palms, press them down. Inhale, little half lift. Let it go, bend the knees, and then drop all the way down to a seat. From here, plant your feet into the floor, sit tall, sit straight, and then hands can stay behind the thighs if we need that support, or catch an imaginary presence. Give it a big squeeze, it's nice and heavy. Tip the hips back and see how slowly and gently you can roll down. Now, if you kerplop, it's not the end of the world, but ideally, we're pressing deeply into our heels, we're cinching our waist, and we're rolling down evenly one vertebra at a time until we have to walk our feet in a little further and lift your hands up. Take them high overhead, stomp into your heels and imprint the spine. Remember, that means to lightly press the small of the back down as you broaden across the chest. Stretch longer through the right side, stretch longer through the left side, and then take the fingertips up nice and high, give them a wiggle. Catch your head, open your elbows wide. Pull the navel in. Now, I want you to think about pressing your elbows into the mat, your shoulders into the mat, and your low back down as well. Take a big breath here. As you exhale, I want you to pick up your right leg. Inhale, touch it down. Exhale, tone the tummy, pick up your left leg. Touch it down. Simply walk back, right and left. Now, ideally, you're gonna bring your knee right over your hip and not closer. Hopefully mine is doing that, but of course, I might bring it a little bit closer than I say because I am not perfect. Every time I pick up my knee though, I think about toning the tummy a little bit more, drawing those low belly muscles in a little bit deeper. Now the next time that we go to pick up our right leg, I want us to keep it there. So pick up the right leg and pause. Take a full breath here, really feel your low back touch the mat, maybe press deeper into your left foot on the floor, and as you exhale, I want you to curl your head and chest up. Now, oftentimes, especially with our head, hands behind our head, I see us jet our chin forward. I want you to look over the horizon of your knee. So for me, looking right at my knee or right above it helps to keep my chin and my chest in the right angle. Inhale, lower the head and chest down. Exhale, feel your low back touch the mat, tone the tummy, look up towards your knee, and touch it right back down. 3 more, exhale, curl up. Inhale, lower down. 2 more, curl up, lower down. Last one, curl up, pause. And from here, inhale, touch your foot to the ground. Exhale, tone the tummy, pick the leg right back up. Inhale, touch it down. Exhale, cinch the waist, lift it right back up. Are you letting your chin jet forward? I hope not. Keep looking up and over where the knee is, even if it's not actually there. Keep a little space between the top of your shoulders and the very bottom of your head so our neck is nice and long. Last one. Lift up, pause, take a big breath. Set the foot down. Roll the head and chest down. Relax for a second. Feel your low back touch. Press both feet into the floor. Take a big inhale, pick up your left leg, and then same thing. It's like a great big curl of your head and chest up and a roll down. It's like someone chopped you at your sternum. Force your head and chest to lift, your belly pulling in, lower down. 3 more, exhale, lift. Inhale, let it go. 2 more, exhale, lift. Inhale, let it go. Last one, lift, pause. Elbows wide. space between chin and chest, looking over the knees. Set your foot down, exhale, tone the tummy, lift. Inhale, set the foot down, exhale, tone the tummy, lift. 3 more down, exhale, pick it up. 2 more down, exhale, pick it up. Last one, lift, pause, take a big breath. Set the foot down, relax the head and chest. Reach your hands over your head, give them a little wiggle. Pull your knees into your chest and circle the knees around, both directions. And then from here, hug your knees towards one another and drop them towards the left. Reach your right hand away for a great big twist. If it does not feel comfortable to keep your legs touching each other and you'd rather kind of find a different way to do your twist, that's okay. You do what works for you. No hurry, no rush. Take another breath. And as you exhale, pull your knees back in. Give them another hug, another squeeze, a little circle if it feels good. And then drop to the other side. Take all the time in the world that you need. And then eventually return to center. Pull your knees into your chest. And then find your final resting pose for today. Maybe that's with hands and feet extended. Maybe one hand on your heart, one on your stomach. Maybe we want feet together, knees apart. There's really no right or wrong. It's whatever feels best for you. But take a great big inhale through your nose. Easy sigh out the mouth. Allow your body to soften. Not worrying about what you look like or trying to control any muscles, any joints. Instead, just appreciating this moment, this time where you can relax, you can let go, you can acknowledge just how much work your body does for you each and every day. How much it accomplished for you in this class. Take one more big final breath in. Easy sigh out. Awaken your body however feels best. Fast or slow, big or small. Eventually pushing yourself up to a seat. As always, pat on the back. Thank yourself for doing something so good and just for you. I certainly hope you enjoyed class today, and I can't wait to see you again.